Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do the hot tip of the day for twin flames. Let's see what they say. The tip of the day, the twin flame hot tip of the day. What could it be? What's the tip of the day? What's the hot tip, please? It's a very hard deck to shuffle. Not really a deck, it's just a bunch of cards with really good advice. I'm always excited to see what advice comes out because it's really good. Okay, what is the trip of the day, please? What's the trip of the day? Let's see. What's happening here? What's going on? All right, what do we got here? Okay. The trip of the day is falling down is an accident, staying down is a choice. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah. So what is this saying? We all fall down, right? Life is all about challenges, right? That's like why we came to Earth. We didn't come to Earth to glide and have peace and just be love and understand one another. Like that's not why we came to Earth. We came to Earth to understand the shadows, not just the light. Really, the goal is to be gray, right? Because I promise you, when you get too much into the light, they push you right back. I promise you. You don't get to stay in the light at all. The goal is to be gray. That's being balanced in your divine feminine, divine masculine, because the shadows is the divine feminine, and that's the driver. And then you have the manifested, which is the light, the one that stands still, that's the divine masculine. Okay, so when we fall down, that's life tripping us up for a reason, right? So we get knocked down. Is it really accidental? I don't know. That's debatable. Sometimes I think the soul pushes us right down the ground. I one time saw my mother get pushed, like someone, like literally a ghost pushed her. I watched. Well, actually, my sister described it better. But anyway, just I don't know if it's an accident. But anyway, in a mental sense, I should say, not a physical sense, when you get knocked down, you're not supposed to stay there. So they say like that's a choice. You can stay there and you can stay knocked down and say, okay, this happened to me. Now I am permanently damaged, right? Like I'm permanently mentally, emotionally, physically done. Like I'm done. Like I'm not going to recover from this, right? That's a choice because what could happen is you could get the best advice, the best healing tool, the like once you ask your soul, once you get knocked down and you say to your soul, this is what I'll do, like I'll get knocked down and mentally. And I'll feel like I'm in a dark night of the soul is how it really feels. And then I'll be like, oh my God, what do you want me to know? What is it? Like, I'll just feel so distraught, And I'll be like, what is it that you want me to know? And next thing I'll know, and then I'll just go on my phone and I'll just start, like, something will hit my brain and I'll just start whatever it is I put in my search engine. And I could end up on YouTube. I could end up on Google. I could end up on another search engine. And all of a sudden, the most wonderful thing pops in. And I'm just like, what is this? And all of a sudden, it's like the doors open and this light comes in, and all the stuff keeps filtering. And it's just like, and I end up getting expanded, like my knowledge expands where it's like, I never knew that before. And I got to call my daughter. I'm like, I just had an epiphany. And my daughter's like, what? What's your epiphany? And we get so excited about the epiphanies, we just get like, oh my God, another epiphany. And sometimes my daughter will call me. She's like, do you have any epiphanies today? And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. They've been slowing down lately, but yeah, staying down and I like to always use this visual because it's a good visual. Staying down it's very low vibrational, and it feels icky, like it feels like you're depleted, right? It feels like almost like, well, why even bother getting up, right? It feels kind of oh, I just give up, or what's the sense, or um and what happens is then is that the soul feel, well, the divine feminine is trying to push you, right? Because the soul's like, well, we had you at this level, but we needed you to expand, and you really weren't getting this other aspect. And so the only way really you're going to start searching is if we knock you down a little bit. And so, you get knocked down, and then it serves you, right? Somehow it does. The way I got that, a good example of that is when I have this girlfriend, Kathy, from New York, and we've been friends, I don't even know how many years, 25, 30 years now. No idea. It's been a long time. Anyway, and she'll say to me, oh, my son, or my sons, she has three of them, are acting up, and oh my God, they're driving me crazy, and my God, they're so behavioral, and they're being so bad, and I just can't wait to see what great thing comes out of this. That's what she would say to me, and I'd be like, I'm like, what do you mean what great thing is going to come out of it? What does that even mean? And she'd say, well, whenever they start really acting out and acting really behavioral, they come out with this brand new skill. It's like they become skillful in something new. It's so miraculous. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I never even heard of that. She goes, yeah. She goes, all my sons, when they go into a tizzy or some kind of drama, or something happens, something bad happens, they always come out of it with a new skill. And I'm always in awe of what they learn, and they come out better, and they come out like, oh, look at me, like I can do this now. Look what I've taught myself. And that stuck with me since the 1990s, because she would say this to me back in the 1990s. And I'm like, oh, so I started doing that with myself. Something bad would happen, I'd be like, can't wait to see what skill comes out of this one. I can't wait to see what good thing is going to come out here, because this really sucks. Oh, okay, what is it I'm supposed to learn from this? Right? And but yeah, but you're not supposed to stay there, right? Which I'm one of those people that did, not gonna lie. I was one of those people that got knocked down when I was 14. I got really at 14. 1984 was the worst year for me, just really bad. And I have an idea as to why now. Now that I've learned my past lives, I have an inclination as to what happened. It seems when anniversary of past lives stuff comes up, it kind of just another it's just another curveball that you get that you're not even aware of. It's like, why would my past lives even play a part in this? But I did that with my daughter. My daughter was having a really bad Christmas, and then I said, I bet you this is past life. And we figured out who it was, and I did some kind of like memorial for this past life of her, who was never given one. She died, and no one seemed to care that she died. No one gave her a tombstone, nothing like that. And so I gave her one, and guess what? My daughter started to, not started to, but all of a sudden it lifted. The sadness lifted, the depression lifted, and she was back to normal. And she's like, I feel so good. I feel so happy. I feel so blessed. But it was all past life. It was like a past life of her. It was the anniversary. So that same thing I think happened to me at 14, which I don't want to go into the whole story. It's pretty bad. But anyway, I literally tried to take myself out when I was 14. It was that bad where I wanted to take myself out. And had it been that same lifetime, I could understand why. But I was not getting out of it. I was just not getting out of that feeling down. I was feeling down, and I was feeling very depressed, and I just felt like I just need to take myself out. I was just like, my soul left. No, what's to live for? I just don't care. It got that bad. And But then once I started to educate myself and I started to learn new skills and I started to expand my mind and I realized I didn't have to stay there and that there was another perspective and I really wasn't mine either. Like someone else had to kind of like had to be a stranger, right? That came up to me and said, "You know, you're a beautiful person, right? And you know you're this and you know you're that." And I would look at her like this. I am. I'm like, really? Like I had zero self-esteem, right? So like it took someone else to come to me and be like, you know, you have a lot going for you, right? Like I can write a list. And I'm like, really? Let me see, and so yeah, so and then I always do life coaching, by the way, because on Tuesdays, if you I mean sorry Wednesdays, if you want to check it out, because it's like a channeling with your twin flame, your twin flame will your twin flame. Yeah, it actually it is your twin flame. It's your soul. So your soul slash twin flame is channeling you and giving you the answers as I'm asking the questions if you're interested. So I do that on Wednesdays. And I do like whatever. I just do different ones every Wednesday. So yeah. So again, just know it's a choice. If you choose to stay down, it's a choice. I like this one example that someone gave where I don't remember if it was in India. I actually don't remember what country it is, but this particular country, or maybe it's just a city, doesn't believe in hospitals, right? Because their think way of thinking is that if you're just laying there, the body and the soul are going to feel like, oh, it's over. I'm not moving. I'm not really learning. Like I'm sleeping, right? Like I'm sleeping. I'm drugged up. I'm laying in bed. I'm really not interested in healing. So, it's time to die, right? So they have this mindset here, right, with this particular hospital. So instead, what they do is they don't let the patients lay in bed all day. They have them garden. So they have like this whole garden in the back, where they're in the dirt, they're in the soil, they're planting seeds, they have a purpose. They're in nature, like nature's healing them at the same time they're helping nature. It's kind of a back and forth. And they say they just have like such a high rate of healing, and they call it a hospital. Anyway, I just really love that example because I can see how that would be true, right? Obviously, there are times when we do need to sleep, right? And they need to, don't get me wrong. If you have surgery, you're best off, resting afterwards or something. But so it's like that type of thing, and it's just like getting your hands back into the dirt, and then you get this sense of movement, and you're moving, and you're understanding, and you're well. For me, it's and again, this is not for everyone, but for me, it's about understanding that we're energy, and the energy is a little congested, and that the energy work has to be done. So for me, it's the cleansing of the energy. And if you're a sensitive person, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're not sensitive, then you're probably not going to really feel it. I don't know though. But anyway, so just off your governing meridian from your third eye to the back of the nape of your neck, releasing. So if you're feeling angry, releasing the trapped emotion of anger, right? Or let's just say you're feeling really depressed, releasing the trapped emotion of depression. Sometimes you don't even know why. It's best to know why. It's good to ask and let your body sway, and so they can tell you. And sometimes it'll just hit your brain, well, this is why. This has to do back when you were 7, and this person, I don't know, hit you or whatever it was, right? And so it's a matter of, knowing that you may have these traumas stuck in your body, and it's just causing havoc in your energy. You just kind of want to release it. There's so many ways to do it. That's just my favorite way, is to release off the governing meridian, and you release your trapped. I'll even do this if I go to like Walmart or something. I'll be like, as soon as I get home, I'll be releasing all trapped emotions that I may have picked up at Walmart. Okay, and so it's just like releasing energy, and then you just kind of feel like you feel back to normal, like you don't feel depleted, or you don't feel stressed, or you don't feel angry, or anything like that. and it feels really good. Anyway, it's just another little tidbit when it comes to maybe not staying down. There's things you could do to lift yourself back up when you fall. And there's this funny joke that I like that I actually read where I work, and it said, "Don't worry, I will catch you when you fall. Love, floor." The floor will catch you, and the floor will nurture you and will just hold you, and it's okay. The floor will help you. And but at some point the floor is going to be like, I can't do much else for you. You better get up. I can catch you, but I can't heal you. So I need you to, get up and look for someone else. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the hot tip of the day. And if you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for joining me. And I really appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everyone. Bye.